5 killed in shooting at Florida bank, gunman in custody. Now in this picture you see Sebring Police Chief Karl Hoglund wipes his head as he listens to Florida Governor Ron DeSantis speak during a news conference in Sebring, Florida, after authorities said 5 people were shot and killed at a SunTrust bank branch. Wednesday, January 23. Photo AP. This is online news from AP, Sebring with hard-coded subtitles. A gunman opened fire inside a Florida bank Wednesday, killing 5 people before surrendering to a SWAT team, police said. The shooter called police to report that he had fired shots inside the bank in Sebring, in central Florida. Negotiations failed to persuade the barricaded man to leave the building. The SWAT team then entered the bank and the gunman eventually gave up, police said. Investigators did not offer a possible motive, and a police spokesman said he did not know if the attack began as a robbery. The victims were not immediately identified. Now in this picture you see law enforcement officials investigate this scene where 5 people were killed at a SunTrust bank branch on January 23 in Sebring, Florida. The shooter entered the building and shot 5 and was later taken into custody. Photo AP. Today's been a tragic day in our community, Sebring Police Chief Karl Hoglund told a news conference. We've suffered significant loss at the hands of a senseless criminal doing a senseless crime. Authorities identified the suspect as 21-year-old Jeffen Javer, who was arrested at the SunTrust branch, Hoglund said. Now in this picture you see law enforcement officials investigate this scene where 5 people were killed at a SunTrust bank branch on January 23 in Sebring, Florida. The shooter entered the building and shot 5 and was later taken into custody. Photo AP. Javer briefly was an online student of Salt Lake City-based Stevens Hohidur College. A spokeswoman for the college, Sherry Martin, confirmed that Javer was enrolled from September 2018 until December when he withdrew. She said his residence was listed as Sebring. Florida Department of Corrections records show that Javer was hired as a trainee prison guard at Avon Park Correctional Institution on November 2 and resigned January 9. No disciplinary issues were reported. Governor Ron DeSantis was in the region for an infrastructure tour and traveled to Sebring after the shooting. He said the Florida Department of Law Enforcement would assist Sebring Police and the Highlands County Sheriff's Office. Obviously, this is an individual who needs to face very swift and exacting justice, DeSantis said of the suspect. An FBI mobile command unit arrived at the bank Wednesday evening to join the investigation. Late Wednesday, police investigators still swarmed the bank, which sits between a hotel and a hair salon located in a business district of US 27. The 4-lane highway passes through farming communities and small towns as it connects South Florida and Central Florida. Meanwhile, police had wrapped up work at Javer's nicely maintained prefabricated home about 4 miles, 6.5 kilometers from the bank. John Laros, who lives next door to Javer's home, said Javer and his mother had moved in several months ago. Javer kept to himself, but Laros said he could hear Javer playing and yelling at video games in the middle of the night. SunTrust Chairman and CEO Bill Rogers released a statement saying the bank was working with officials and dedicating ourselves to fully addressing the needs of all the individuals and families involved. The bank's entire team mourns this terrible loss, he said. Sebring is a small rural city northwest of Lake Okeechobee. The Sebring International Raceway hosts an annual WeatherTech sports car championship race. This is News Online from AP Sebring. Thanks for watching.